Pastor Russ here with a spiritual thought for the day. Before I get to that thought, two quick things. First of all, Pastor Garrison Polsgrove, our new associate pastor, is going to be giving his first ever message at New Hope this weekend. Do not miss it. Second of all, tomorrow on Saturday, we're doing kind of a planting day, sprucing up our campus. If you like to work outside and want to get a little exercise tomorrow from 8 to 11, we'll be on site doing just that, doing some planting and various things. If you're interested in coming to that, you can just shoot me an email at russ@go-newhope.com and let me know you're coming, and I'll be looking for you. Our thought for the day has to deal with regrets. Regrets are certainly not the thing that most of us like to think about. And so my question starting out would be this: do you have any regrets in your life? Probably most of us would say, as I look back on my life, there are certain things I wish I had done different. But my hope is that you have no major regrets in your life. And by major regrets, I'm referring to times where maybe you get a little further down the road and you get near the end of your life and you kind of look back and you say, if only, or I wish. I want you to listen to how the Apostle Paul talked about his own life as it came near at the end. This is found in 2 Timothy 4, 6, and 7. Timothy was a young man in the faith that Paul was mentoring. He wrote these words to him. He says, "As for me, my life has already been poured out as an offering to God. The time of my death is near. I have fought a good fight. I have finished the race, and I remained faithful." Paul had given his all to the cause of Christ. He was ready to leave earth. He had no regrets that were haunting him. With God's help, he had lived his life in such a way it was a job well done. Very much like a soldier who's completed his mission. Very much like a runner who's completed their race. So a question I would have for you is this: are you living so that in the end you have no regrets? I one time heard a person give an interesting analogy of that. They asked this question: what do you want people to say about you at your memorial service? And again, that's not something we'd like to think about, but it's something worthwhile to think about. What do you want people to stand up and say as a result of how they knew and encountered you in your life? Most of us would say things like, I want them to say that I love Christ, I love my family, I serve God, those types of things. The point of this was that the person that I heard this from said, you need to begin living now in that way, so that that's exactly what people will say about you. But even more importantly than that, let me ask you this question. What do you want God to say to you when you stand before him to give an account of your life here on this earth? I don't know about you, but there's one thing I want to hear God say. Well done, my good and faithful servant. Enter into my kingdom with joy. I want to encourage you. I want to encourage my own self. Let's begin to live each and every day in such a way that it ensures that's exactly what God's going to say about us.